Gunshots at 12:45 in the night, acquired Juhu Lane, a 9-story building, 5 rounds fired. Glass shattered on the first floor gym. That building belongs to filmmaker Rohit Shetty. And within hours, a message surfaces online. Not subtle, not coded, a direct warning in the name of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang. Next bullets won't be outside the house, they will be in your chest. It even name drops the murder of Baba Siddique. This brings me to a question that has been consistently popping in my head since this Bishnoi saga began. How does a man sitting in Sabarmati jail continue to cast such a long shadow over Mumbai? And the second question, but the most important one, is he really behind all of this? Or has his name become something bigger than the man himself? These are the few things we will try to unfold and find reasons for in this video. Hello, I'm Tejas and you're watching Honest Take on Lokmat Times. But before we start this interesting story, our usual request, please do subscribe to Lokmat Times if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Now let's rewind. April 2024, early morning. 2 men on a bike open fire outside Salman Khan's Galaxy apartments in Bandra. No one dies, but the message is clear. Later, police charge sheets name Bishnoi and his close aides as masterminds. Then comes the killing of Baba Siddique on a busy Bandra road. Then threats to singers, threats to actors, extortion calls, WhatsApp voice notes, social media claims. The name repeats, Bishnoi. It's almost like a signature, but here is what bothers me. In some cases, there is a clear gang trail. Arrested shooters, financial links, encrypted chats, court documents. In others, it is murky. For example, a daily wager from Rajasthan calls the Mumbai police control room and threatens Salman Khan in Bishnoi's name. When caught, he says he is just a fan. A fan? At what point does a gangster's name become a brand that anyone can rent? Now, let's talk motive. The killing of Sidhu Moosewala in 2022 had layers. Gang rivalry, revenge, turf wars. But what about Rohit Shetty? What exactly did he do? The threatening post said he was interfering in our work. What work? What business does a film director have in a gang's operations? Or is the point not personal at all? Is the point visibility? Shoot at a star director's home and the whole country talks about you. Fear travels faster than bullets and extortion becomes easier once fear is established. That was the logic behind the Salman Khan firing too, investigators say. Create terror, establish supremacy, pave the way for future demands. So is this about revenge or revenue or reputation? Now let's confront the obvious. Lawrence Bishnoi is in jail. High security, transfers between facilities, special sales. So how does a man inside prison walls allegedly coordinate multi-state operations? Investigations suggest smuggled phones, encrypted apps, VPN masking, short-coded calls to trusted lieutenants. He doesn't need to call every shooter. He just needs to approve a target with 1 or 2 key men. The instruction travels down the chain, from a foreign-based handler to regional coordinator to a local module. By the time bullets are fired, the origin is blurred. But that leads to a harsher question. If this is happening repeatedly, what does that say about jail security? How many times can we say high security before it starts sounding like a joke? If a gangster can allegedly run a network from inside the jail, then what exactly does incarceration mean? Is prison punishment or is it just headquarters relocation? Here is another possibility. What if not every threat is directly ordered by Bishnoi? What if some mid-level associates act first and claim later? What if smaller criminals invoke his name to amplify their own extortion rackets? Or what if someone really powerful is just using his name to fulfill his own agendas? Think about it. If you are a small-time gangster trying to squeeze money out of a celebrity, which name would you use? Yours or the name that already terrifies Bollywood? That's how brands work. The Don doesn't need to be physically present. His aura does the work. We have seen this before. In the 90s, Dawood Ibrahim became more myth than man. Today, Bishnoi risks becoming the same. A floating brand that multiple actors plug into. Some loyal, some opportunistic, some fake, but the public hears one thing, one name, Lawrence Bishnoi. Now let's revisit Baba Siddique murder. A senior politician shot dead on a crowded Mumbai street. Shooters claim gang links, investigators probe Bishnoi's network, and then threats to Salman Khan intensify. Then Rohit Shetty gets warned that Bollywood could be worse than Baba Siddique. That line is not random. It is theatre. It connects dots in the public mind. Politics, Bollywood, underworld. The message is we can reach anyone. But what was the motive in Siddiqui's case? Alleged past links, old rivalries, symbolism. His own son has hinted at conspiracy relating to SRA building construction. Even now, layers remain contested, which brings us back to the same tension. In some cases, there are real operational links. In other, the narrative outruns the evidence. Let's step back. Why fire at a house and not kill? Why threaten publicly instead of quietly extorting? Perhaps because visibility multiplies power. One shooting at a celebrity home triggers Z plus security, national headlines, industry panic, political outrage, and suddenly every extortion call carries more weight. You don't need to kill 10 people, you need one spectacle. The rest is amplification. But here is the hardest and most important question. Is the state comfortable with this singular villain narrative? Because it simplifies everything. One mastermind, one face, but reality might be messier. A loose federation of modules, regional handlers, foreign-based operatives, freelancers cashing in, copycats chasing notoriety, or someone powerful running all this like a puppet show. If that's the case, then shifting Bishnoi from one high security jail to another won't dismantle the ecosystem. Now let's discuss why some threats genuinely don't make sense. Why Rohit Shetty specifically? Was there a direct extortion demand before the firing? Was there a financial dispute? Or was he chosen because he is visible, influential and connected? If the message is Bollywood stay in line, what exactly is the line? Is this about money, ideology, old grudges or pure dominance? When motives are vague and threats are theatrical, we need to be careful not to accept the loudest narrative as the complete truth. So here is my honest take. There are three possibilities. 1. Bishnoi is directly commanding most of this from jail, exposing a catastrophic failure of prison security. 2. He approves broad agendas while mid-level lieutenants escalate and execute with autonomy. 3. His name has become a franchise used by loyalists, rivals, opportunists or someone in powerful position. All three are dangerous, but the third one is the most destabilizing because once a gangster's identity becomes a brand of fear, it doesn't require constant supervision. It self-propagates and the system ends up chasing shadows. The real question is not whether Bishnoi's name appears in FIRs. The real question is who truly controls his trigger. Until that answer is airtight, we will keep seeing this pattern. A shooting here, a post there, a threat here, a familiar name there, and a city asking the same question again. How is a jailed man still running the script? Or is someone else writing it in his name? And that is today's honest take.